I just went online to see who won the $450 million. Well, actually, I went online to find out how much the jackpot was. And they said that if you took it in cash, it was only $280 million. What a shame if you took it in cash. I started to think of what would happen if I had ever won it. And of course, I didn't buy a ticket, so there was no way that I could win it. But if you had 450 million at 2%, the kind of rates that banks might be willing to pay, you'd have $900,000 a year just in interest to spend, nearly $1 million to spend just on the interest. If you took the 280 million as a payout and you invested it in reasonable stock market investments, you could expect a return probably 7%. And that's $1,960,000 a year in interest. Think the good that could be done with that kind of money if it was put into investments and just the interest was paid out to really worthwhile charitable organizations, people that are training the underprivileged and the ghetto area type people, programs like taking care of the homeless, feeding the hungry. Think of the good that could be done if somebody wanted and really wasn't concerned with having the money. Well, Ecclesiastes speaks to that. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, beginning at verse 10. He who loves money will not be satisfied with money, nor he who loves abundance with its income. This too is vanity. When good things increase, those who consume them increase. So what is the advantage to their owners except to look on? The sleep of the working man is pleasant, whether he eats little or much. But the full stomach of the rich man does not allow him to sleep. There is a grievous evil, which I have seen under the sun, riches being hoarded by their owners to his hurt. We don't have an abundance of money and we don't have an abundance of wealth, but we do give to some worthy charities. This is a stack of people that would like to have our money. Different organizations. And really all I did was I kept the ones that I want to even consider. Smile Train, where they correct the lips that are improperly formed at birth. Toys for Tots. Doctors Without Borders, Salvation Army, Billy Graham's organization for evangelistic meetings, the USO, who takes care of our troops when they're away from home, St. Jude's Children's Hospital, where they're really waging war on cancer, the Humane Society, where they take care of animals and don't put them down, Our Daily Bread, a devotion that I read regularly, Piedmont Women's Center, and there's a women's center in our old hometown that I like to think about supporting in some degree. And the list goes on and on and on. Hospice, Habitat for Humanities. So many worthy causes and so little money. Imagine what you could do with just the interest from $280 million. But remember also what Ecclesiastes says. He who loves money will not be satisfied with the money, nor he who loves an abundance with its income. You see, you'd have to sit down and decide where that was going to go. You'd have to decide how to control how they spend it, instead of just spending it on luxurious office buildings, that they would actually spend it on the cause of training those that are underprivileged, those that are in minority groups. You'd have to control how they spend it in the hospitals and the care of children rather than in grandiose offices or gardens or things that really weren't necessary. You see, Ecclesiastes is right. Even if you were to win the $450 million, even if you were to invest it rather than spend it yourself, the $1,960,000 interest could be used, but you'd have to worry over controlling the expenditure of that $1,960,000 so that it wasn't wasted, so that people would be good stewards of it and it would actually go to the cause that you felt it was necessary. across the world, hungry children, people dying of all kinds of diseases, all kinds of laboratories and research centers who were working on cures for cancer and other terrible illnesses that all could use the dollars that might be won. But you'd still have to worry about how to control how they spend it and which organizations were the ones that were worthy enough to send your contribution that would be meaningful. Ecclesiastes is absolutely right. Money, the love of money, is a terrible thing. And even having an abundance, it still starts to own you instead of you owning it, even if you're giving it all away. So, my friends, don't be sad that you didn't earn the $280 million or that you didn't win the Powerball. It says, there is a grievous evil which I have seen under the sun, riches being hoarded by their owners to his own hurt. That's your thought for the day. Be satisfied with what you have. Spend it wisely, be a good steward, but be satisfied. That's your thought for the day. God bless you and have a great day.